Welcome to the Midday News. Women in Vabukori are learning new creative skills through a tie-dye training program aimed at building income opportunities and self-reliance. The colorful tie-dye training session was held at the Lohia Resources Center, bringing together members of the Vabukori Women's Development Association. The hands-on training is fully funded by the British High Commission as part of its 24,300 kina commitment towards training and development for VWDA members in 2026. The session was facilitated by VWDA member Rera Joy Pala, who shared that her journey into tie-dye began through watching videos on social media.
Tie-dye is one of my hobbies. It's just a hobby where I usually see those people who upload their videos on social medias, and like maybe the colorful way of them doing the tie-dye, how will I say it? I fell in love with it. I love the colors.
Inspired by what she saw online, Rera practiced the techniques herself and later decided to pass on the skills to other women in her community. Participants learned step-by-step tie-dye methods, exploring how creativity can be turned into products for sale and small business opportunities. VWDA leaders say the training supports financial independence, confidence, and women-led economic development.
I would like to encourage all my especially the ladies, young ladies, I'll say, we have talents, God-given talents. We just don't have to just sit around and wait for it. We have to do something about it. Even it may cost us a lot. We may lose a lot, but at the end, we will receive something out from it. But to all those ladies out there, it's an encouragement. Do something that you really love to. It may be a hobby, but try put it out on market. I'm sure people will love your product and they will also ask you to supply for them. Yeah.
More skills training programs are planned this year as VWDA continues to empower women through practical learning and creativity. The Vabukori Women's Development Association has farewelled British High Commissioner to Papua New Guinea Anne Macro, recognizing her strong support for women's empowerment and community development. Women leaders, community representatives and partners gathered at the Lohia Resources Center in Port Moresby to honor the outgoing British High Commissioner. During her tenure, High Commissioner Anne Macro has strengthened the partnership between the British High Commission and VWDA, supporting projects that created income opportunities and built skills for women in Vabukori. One of the key achievements was the completion of the VWDA Market Space project, funded through a 47,000 kina grant, which has helped women sell their products and support their families.
This year, British High Commission Papua New Guinea, under the leadership of Her Excellency Anne Macro, has committed 24,300 kina towards training and development for VWDA members. And as we later bid farewell to Her Excellency Anne Macro, we do so with deep gratitude for her leadership, vision, and unwavering commitment to Papua New Guinea's development. To our PNG1 talk, and our dear friend Em, your leadership and dedication have left an incredible mark on VWDA and the people of Vabukori.
Local leaders praised the High Commissioner for her hands-on approach and commitment to grassroots development.
I thank you for the British High Commission and the people of UK for your partnership with Vabukori. So I stand here as the Councillor for Vabukori Village to say thank you.
In her farewell remarks, Ms. Macro reflected on the importance of working together to create lasting change.
The British High Commission recognises the Motokoitu as the original inhabitants of this area and our landlords. And so I've been keen to ensure that we maintain a special relationship with Motokoitu people, not just through our projects here in Vabukori, But also we've worked in Hanobado on the Gunina Walkway, and we have currently a water tank project in Parry and Baruni. But the relationship with the VWDA is about more than that. I say it's more than projects. It's a recognition that what you have here, what you are achieving here, is very special. The way you support each other, the way you work together to help the community and to improve life for everybody is something that, as I travel across Papua New Guinea, I see in very few places. So this organisation is a very special organisation, and that's why we've been so pleased to be able to support and work with you in a small way. And this is all your work. What we do is such a small part. What you do is what's important, what you do together as women, as a leadership, as a council, and the way you help everybody. It's very, very special.
The event ended with gifts, appreciation, and a strong message that the partnership will continue beyond her tenure. VWDA says the legacy of this partnership will live on through empowered women and stronger communities. Turning abroad, as fire warnings are downgraded across the state, farmers in the worst-hit areas are picking up the pieces. Almost 500 structures have been lost or damaged across Victoria, and as the recovery efforts begin, frustrations are setting in.
Thanks for doing this.
Since fires whipped through the Drysdale family's central Victorian property, there's barely been time to pause. Their house in smouldering ruins, they were left to put down dozens of injured sheep and round up hungry cattle.
There's no feed left. We've burned all our hay's gone.
They've found somewhere to send the calving mothers, but say roadblocks are causing delays.
The getting in and out tempers are getting very, very high.
There's a lot of work going on now to open up what are very much roads that are still unsafe to be travelled.
Frustrations were also rising in Alexandra as people blocked cars leaving the Premier's press conference.
Come and talk to the local community. What about the local?
People here have already gone through so much, and now just everyday life is a grind. There's the roadblocks. Many people don't have power or water, and for some people, their resilience is starting to fray. But even through the hardest of times, there are acts of kindness. At Yak Relief Centre, Pietro Porco is donating eggs, even though his 90-acre farm at Goba was ravaged by fire.
So now we're left with this grey, dark land that we still love, you know. We're not going to give up.
So far, 800 applications have been made for emergency personal hardship payments across the state.
We know there's going to be more impact. We've got hundreds of structures that have already been lost or damaged. We know that number will grow as the impact assessments are undertaken.
John Drysdale's looking ahead.
We'll go on, start again. We'll be minimalist. We won't have as much shit as we had.
Some humour in dark times.
Floral tributes from the Bondi Beach terror attack will be permanently memorialised by the Sydney Jewish Museum. It's been a massive effort with dozens of volunteers working to preserve thousands of flowers left at the temporary memorial.
Faded petals that symbolise a nation in mourning.
All of these tributes, the flowers, they were really expressions of love and unity.
In the days after the Bondi terror attack, those expressions grew by the day. Tons of flowers, hand-painted stones, teddies and handwritten cards were left by mourners. But as the temporary memorial was removed, the rush to preserve these memories began.
This outpouring of unity really had to be kept for posterity.
The artist tasked with creating a permanent memorial wants every flower collected to play a part.
Messages of love and hope and grief, all of this, it can be, kept somehow against the odds of flowers, being so fragile and impermanent.
When we were deinstalling the memorial, I couldn't read the messages, I couldn't look at all of what was written because it was too hard.
It's been a race against time to preserve these flowers, and the process is meticulous. Volunteers are literally working one petal at a time.
It's been really moving. I'm going to cry, sorry. It's just been a really difficult time for us as a community.
The final installation will eventually bloom at the Sydney Jewish Museum when it reopens after renovations next year.
Back home in sports, Kafana Rugby League has ended its 2025 to 2026 nines season on a high, with thrilling finals, strong sponsorship support and opportunities opening up for young players in Goroka. The Kafana Rugby League finals for the 2025 to 2026 nines season attracted interest from Digital Cup selectors, including Bintango Goroka Lahanis. The finals brought together 22 teams after 5 weeks of competition. Nogumetoka Brothers dominated the senior men's grand final, defeating JBK Barbed Wire 21 points to 0 with 5 unanswered tries.
Yupla want them all Narapla Rugby League players for participate inside lo night's competition Blompla lo Deslaia, so in true plus sportsmanship. All players Blomipla, me appeal lo Yupla lo continue lo so in Deslaka in sportsmanship. On the field, now off the field one time. You play yet through lo game blow you by you inspire in plani or poroman blow you we all start nothing. Na planti or league blow you we all come up yet to one time. Time or look him you play and by you kirap him tintin blow lo play too. Na rugby league game right la.
In the under-16 division, Banana Raiders claimed the title after a tense draw with Kafana Webs, with the match decided after extra time on technical grounds. Kafana SMU supported the tournament with more than 20,000 kina, while over 28,000 kina was spent on prizes. Omena says the league's off-season tournament will attract selectors from Digital Cup franchises.
Congratulate him all team where you play go inside long finals. One play by win, one play by lose. Backside long presentation by you missed up some sister na brother one time. And by no na come up division, but and by come up or and by showing tas all. That's la passing lo staff strong inside the community one time. You by continue lo staff lo support him nines. Lo that's la yeah go lo next year one time. So kisi most long SMU. Mila talks away also support and by continue and by stop one time you play yet. SMU and big plus Tintin and lo give him good plus sit down lo community. You may all young plug man lo that's like in time you may stop. Plenty you may walk lo come up or rambo through lo passing lo go inside lo kisim grass no good. And up lo that's like kisim wara. Me pla looking was that's pla road long pilai and by helping you lo cut down lo passing lo kisim grass no good. Passing lo kisim wara. So you pilai good by you giving me plus strong lo helping you lo finding well out lo you inside lo that's area lo spots.
Selectors and officials from Bintango Goroka Lahanis along with other franchise clubs will be at the Kafana field during the inter-district tournament to scout young and talented players for future Digital Cup seasons. And finally, in sports overseas, one of the country's richest horse racing carnivals is off to a flying start, with hundreds of the sports fans flocking to Broadbeach for the Magic Millions exhibition races and barrier draw. A change of venue and rainy conditions didn't put a damper on spectator numbers.
Thundering down the glitter strip. There's no prize money for this morning's 3 beach races, but there are more than $20 million on the line at the Gold Coast Turf Club this week for the annual Magic Millions Carnival.
I'm very lucky to have had a share in an all-female horse that's racing in the 2-year-old Magic Millions.
Princess Zara is one of the event's ambassadors and lent a hand in the barrier draw. Jockeys are treated like royalty too.
When you're racing for millions on the weekend, that's where all the pressure is. So this is just a bit of enjoyment for us. It's a great spectacle for everyone else to come and see.
The Magic Millions is one of the Gold Coast's first events in the busy tourism calendar, and it brings in millions of dollars to the city's billion-dollar tourism industry.
But the aftermath of Cyclone Alfred eroded the beaches, leaving too little sand for a track. Broadbeach picked up hosting rights, welcoming the horses for the first time.
This is perfect. It's a great venue. Next year we're going back to Surfers Paradise.
And that ends the midday news. Do join us at 6 tonight for the main bulletin.